Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Deus Ex Mankind Divided, where we are still trying to stop another terrorist attack from happening because Marchenko and his people want to poison the guest at this reception apparently, and it seems that they may want to poison the champagne according to the mails we found on this computer. Now I'm not entirely sure if they have replaced the champagne. Nathaniel Brown told us that they replaced all the food after we warned them, but did they also throw away that expensive champagne? I'm not so sure about that. So the champagne might still be poisoned, but don't forget we actually do have the antidote. So we still might be able to save some people since we got that antidote from the VersaLife locker at Palisade Bank. And yeah, we already did quite a good job at taking out all those fake security guards. And I just did a little bit of inventory management here, and I threw away some stuff that I probably won't need anymore. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to do here. My next quest objective is actually just over here. So I'd say we will continue, and maybe we can stop the worst from happening. Alright. Well, there's somebody inside, but no enemy apparently. I hate it when Jensen does that. Just walking into a room like that.
Miller.
Oh! What happened here?
Creedy. Miller's hurt. Bad. I need backup in the catering area.
Jensen, Christ.
Don't try to move, Jim. Help should be on its way soon.
No. Forget about me. You've got to find Brown. Warn him. The gold mask. They poisoned the champagne.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Send it to meeting rooms. Beyond the reception hall. Oh, I tried to stop him. But I ended up here.
Creedy. The Orchid is in play. We need to...
What?
You should be dead, Adam Jensen.
Oh,
Instead,
no.
you show up here with your comrades in tow, forcing me to adapt to the situation.
So poisoning Brown and the delegates, that's your plan B? Sorry, brother. It's not gonna work.
You only see a piece of the picture. Maybe you can save those rich bastards. Maybe in some grand hypothetical future, doing so will erase the damage that has been done, restoring liberty and balance, improving the lives of millions of augmented people like us.
But tonight, because of you, hundreds of men, women and children must be sacrificed. Because of your interference, I had to place explosives in the residential towers across the way.
Why?
I can send a detonation signal at any time. But if you come to the exhibition hall right now, maybe I won't have to.
Okay.
We can avoid another unnecessary tragedy, brother. Provided you don't take too long to reach me.
Creedy.
Okay.
The bombs.
I heard. I don't know if I'll find him in time, but I'm already on it. Fucking hell!
This isn't good.
Gold masks. Really did a number on me.
Yeah, I can see that. What can I do here? Stop Marchenko. Marchenko's thrown me a curveball. He'll blow up the residential towers surrounding Apex Center, sacrificing hundreds of innocent lives if I don't face him immediately in the exhibition hall. Why? I really wonder about Marchenko's motives here. I mean, does he have any personal stake in this? It's not really well explained, so I'm not exactly sure why he is doing what he's doing. Save delegates. Brown was meeting with members of the UN Security Council behind closed doors tonight. I need to find them immediately before it's too late to save them. Okay, so I have to decide who I want to save. The delegates or the civilians in the surrounding buildings. No, this doesn't really seem like a difficult decision, because I get the feeling that a lot more people will die when the bombs go off. But if I understand this correctly, the implication is that if I save the delegates, they might vote against the Human Restoration Act, right? Because Nathaniel Brown invited these people because he wants to persuade them to vote against it, and he invited people that might be, you know, inclined to vote against it in the first place. And if they die, they can't vote against it, and they might get replaced by other people who vote in favor of it. So I feel that this is like the logic behind this, right? But to be honest, if the last game and the ending of the last game has taught me anything, then that I shouldn't give too much attention to predictions made by the game about consequences of my actions, because in the last game Eliza Kassayan gave me all these grand predictions of what's going to happen if I choose a certain option, and none of that came true at all. And I think it's rather speculative to say that if I save the delegates, they will definitely vote against the Human Restoration Act, because at the same time a huge bomb will go off and kill hundreds or thousands maybe of people, and that will create a huge backlash, right? Because we all know what's going to happen here. This attack is going to get blamed on augmented people, and I guess technically they would be right, because Marchenko is augmented, and I guess he is quote-unquote officially a member of ARC. So I feel this would increase the pressure on the delegates to vote to vote in favor of the Human Restoration Act if we have yet another huge terrorist attack that is blamed on augmented terrorists. On the other hand, I really only have to trust their gratitude. You know, if I save them, they will vote against the act. And do I really want to do that? I mean, politicians in this world don't seem to be the most reliable and honest people. So I think it's more likely that they will crave to the backlash of the terrorist attack and vote in favor of it, than that they're being grateful for, you know, saving them. So if I was Jensen, I wouldn't really count on the gratitude of these people. So I feel I should be saving the civilians in the buildings, because it seems to me that a lot more people will die if I let the bomb go off, right? I don't exactly know how many delegates we have in this building at the moment, but this is kind of the impression that I get. You know, more people will die if I don't stop Marchenko. And like I said, I don't believe that saving the delegates means that the Human Restoration Act will be turned down, because there are more variables here than just their potential gratitude or whatever. So yeah, I guess I will stop Marchenko. I mean, I don't really like this, because I have the damn antidote, so it feels wrong to not go and use it and save the delegates. But on the other hand, it also feels very wrong not to save the civilians that have nothing to do with this at all. And I think that the backlash against augmented people will be a lot larger with an attack like this than it will be with an attack like this. So yeah, here's my reasoning. I'm not sure if it's a good one, but that's my decision. I'm going to stop Marchenko. Alright, investigate the catering area. Well, I've already done that, so what do I have to do now? Oh, I can still do the other option if I want, but I guess I have to pick one. Yeah, where do I have to go for that? Exhibition hall. And this is probably... yeah, this is the other quest. So how do I get here? Yeah, the maps in this game are still quite a mess. There's an elevator over here, but I still don't know how to get to that elevator. So what about this stair? Ah, okay, this is the reception hall. So if I go back to the reception hall, I can take those stairs and then I can get to... Oh yes, I remember this place. I remember this long corridor. So I know how to get there. Alright. I think I know how to get there. Anyway, will you be alright?
Just hang on, Miller. I'll find...
No time. Or force me to drink. Too late for me, Jensen, but you... There's still time to save the others.
Forced you to drink
The orchid.
the orchid. I have the antidote.
Yes.
What? How did...
There's still time.
No, forget it. Not worth wasting on just one life. The others might need it.
Well, that is very noble of you, but I mean, your life is a life as well. And I have already decided not to go save the delegates, so I may as well use that antidote for something useful. Yeah, I guess if I don't use it on the delegates, I may as well use it on him, right?
I won't sit here and let you die.
Also, we can see if it's actually working.
Disobeying orders. I thought you said you weren't going to be a problem.
Just take it easy. You'll be okay. Let the antidote do its thing.
You were right. About everything. I'm sorry, Adam.
That's not important now.
No, it is. My gut always told me to trust you. Should have listened more. Go. The meeting room. Save Brown. Then put this bastard down.
Well, I got an achievement. He's not dead, Jim. Well, that's good. So apparently we were able to use the antidote for something useful after all. And yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to have to continue the tradition of basically not following any order you ever gave me, because I'm not going to save Brown and the delegates, because I have decided to go and stop the bomb instead. Anyway, is there anything in here that I want to take with me? Oh, look at that. I kind of want to eat that muffin, but I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I think there's really nothing else to do here. I hope he's going to be fine.
I'll be fine. This antidote will have me on my feet in no time.
Okay. I hope that's going to be the case.
Go on, Jensen. Get up.
So, let's see. What would be the best way to get there? Well, we do have an elevator over here. Oh, that's the mysterious elevator that I couldn't access. But, I have to go back into the reception hall. And then to that corridor, right? So this should not be the right way. I think it's this way. Yes. I guess I can just follow my quest marker here. And there shouldn't be any more guards in this vicinity. Right, and now I have to go down here. Well, it seems that they are still in full party mode. So, it seems that they are not poisoned. Not yet, anyway. Okay, yeah, that's the corridor I was talking about.
Something's wrong, Mr. Jensen. Brown and his guests are in danger. I no longer have eyes on them.
Marchenko's threatening to blow up hundreds of innocent people next door.
Only hundreds? If Brown and his guests die, billions of augmented people will be stripped of all rights and classified as less than human. You cannot let that future occur, can you?
Well, like I said, I'm not sure that saving them will actually prevent that from happening because, you know, huge terrorist attack, hundreds of people die. Augmented people will get the blame for it. Yeah, this is not where I have to go. This is a mysterious elevator that is not actually there. Oh, I see. This is open now. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any hostiles in the area? No. So maybe I do want to look around a little bit. I don't want to waste too much time because he did say meet me immediately, so I would prefer not to spend too much time on unnecessary stuff. This is still old. Got a vent over here. This vent is leading absolutely nowhere at all. How weird. And there's probably not anything of interest going on here either. Nope. No people in here. Nothing. Alright. So I guess I have to prepare for battle now, which means I probably want to use some of my open praxis points. I mean, if I don't use them now, I may as well waste them. So, let's see. Of course, I don't exactly know what awaits me in this battle, so maybe I will keep at least a few of them for an emergency. But, I guess I can spend some points into stuff that I may actually need in battle. This might be useful. Maybe I do want to throw some EMP grenades. I don't know if they are going to work on Marchenko. I guess more health will definitely help me. This is the maximum health, so I guess I'm just going to level this up. And more regen is probably a good idea as well. What do we got here? Cloaked takedown support. I wasn't aware that I did not have this already. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to need this in this battle, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I mean, I don't really have that many weapons that need it. I could get the Typhoon. How about some more armor? Okay, so I have 3 praxis points left now. Which means I could, for example, get the Typhoon if I have problems with Marchenko. Or I could invest it into this one, for example, which is even more armor, right? So I guess I'm going to save these 3 points. And I hope I'm going to be able to defeat him now. Let's do it.
Why have you not come? Is your faith in hypotheticals truly that strong?
Nope, I'm here.
Apparently not.
I don't believe in hypotheticals.
You have made the right choice, brother. Why should so many die so loudly, when a far more subtle message can be sent? To achieve my mission, I only need Brown and his guests to die. And you, of course.
And what is your mission exactly?
Now show yourself!
I'm taking you down, Victor.
I do not fear death, nor do I revel in it, brother. But for some I am told that it can be a relief. Tonight, one of us will find out if that is the truth.
Oh dear. Okay, okay, hang on. Let's make a timeout here. So, I'm actually having my first real boss battle now. It never really occurred to me, but there are no boss battles in this game. So, I'm not exactly sure how to handle this. I mean, I have a good arsenal here. I can try to use some grenades for a change. And if I need more biocells, I can craft more because I have a lot of parts. Yeah, I don't know. I have been playing pacifist until now, so it would be a shame if I break that streak now. So I kind of want to try to take him down non-lethally, but if I don't manage to do it, I will of course kill him if I have to. Yeah, Victor, be afraid, be very afraid. I have a stun gun. And this will probably take a few attempts to figure out how to do this. What would the Tesla do, for example? Well, the Tesla does seem to stun him, at least for a moment. Uh-oh. Let's hack that drone over here, and this one too, maybe? Alright. Oh no, he's over here. Let's cloak. Where is he? Oh, we have more. Oh, hi. I may actually be able to take him down. Nope, he has this weird armor thing going on, right? Yep, he totally has this armor thing going on. Okay. Let's fill up my energy. Where are you? Oh, I see you, but I think you just killed me. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to take a few attempts. I need to trial and error this to see what's the best approach to take him down. I mean, the Tesla does stun him for 2 seconds, maybe? So that might be an approach I can take. Alright, let's stun you. Okay, but he's already back in business. Alright, oh, now you're over here. I'm just going to spare my biocells here. This is my next approach. Stay cloaked for as long as I can. Oh, I see you.
Be a man.
I see you. No, I'm not a man. I'm not a man at all. Okay. And now, if I take him down... Oh, he has no armor. Ooh. Did I do it?
McCready, bomb threat's neutralized. Marchenko's down, and he won't be getting up for a while.
Great. Leave me the honors of cuffing the bastard. What about Brown and the delegates?
I'm heading to the meeting room now, but chances are it's too late. I'll let you know. Jensen out.
Okay, I did it. That actually wasn't so difficult, and he has a praxis kit for me. Okay, so I guess you can take him down non-easily. You just have to make sure it's in the right moment. So, what do I have to do now? Oh, I still can do this one, apparently. Find and protect the delegates. Brown was meeting with UN members. Okay. So, can I still save them? I don't know. I guess I'll try. Where do I have to go? Okay. That's not that far away, but how do I get there? This is going to be another example of cryptic Deus Ex map reading. We have an elevator. And the elevator connects to over here. Right, and this was a place where I found Miller. So I could go back to Miller and then the other way, all the way over here to the elevator and then down. It's pretty far though. And it seems that there may be another way, but what about the stairs over here? Okay, the stairs connect directly to this room. So if I take those stairs and I go through this corridor, I'm already at the meeting place, right? I mean, there's a turret, but I can take out the turret with remote hacking. Yeah, I think this is my best option. Take the stairs, go up here and into the hall. Right? Where exactly? Yeah, stairs are somewhere over here. So let's do it. And maybe we can save these people after all. Oh, what the hell? I definitely have to get rid of this first. That's a lot of lasers. Yeah, let's disable this one too, just in case. Alright, where? What? What? There's supposed to be a corridor here. There's a corridor here. I can see it on my map. Oh, there's something on the other side. Like a switch. Well, maybe that's like a hidden door. But how do I open this from this side? Can I open this from this side? Anyway, let me disable this as well. Oh! Well, apparently there was a mine that I did not disable. But this is a security hub. Let me check the security hub. Maybe the security hub can open that door. Oh no! Oh no! What the hell? This is no good. But I do have the rebreather now, so it shouldn't hurt me, at least not immediately. Okay, now I can actually go here. Right, let's hack that damn security hub over here. It's rating 5. You know what? I don't care. I can make this faster. I don't have to save my multi-tools now. Whew. Let's hope that this will open the door. And if it doesn't, I have to take the other way around. Back to the catering and then... Oh, drones. It's all deactivated already. So... No door? Oh, hang on a second. I see something. Yes! I even have the keycard for this. This is it. There's a hidden door. I knew it. The map wasn't lying to me. Alright, now let's hurry up. I already wasted far too much time on this.
As we consider the importance of this moment on a national level, on a global level, on a humanitarian level...
Nobody drink. The champagne's been poisoned.
But I had it replaced. It's a cuvée de prestige.
You and your guests need to get out of Apex Center now, Brown. Slater's dead. Tarvos is compromised. They've come to stop you. Can you get everyone to the helipad?
Yes, of course. My security team will escort us, but what about the other attendees?
TF-29 will evacuate them. I'm going after the people who did this.
Then you have a long way to climb.
Okay, so I actually made it. I saved them both the people in the buildings and the delegates. Okay. You have unlocked New Game Plus, so apparently, that's it, right? You have unlocked the difficulty level. I have never asked for this. Ooh, okay. So, well, I got an achievement, and this is 1 week later now.
Santo CEO Nathaniel Brown took to the stage today to praise Interpol and Tarvis security services for thwarting what could have been a major terror attack during his Safe Harbor convention last week. Interpol has confirmed that a group of radical terrorists linked to the Augmented Rights Coalition, wired the residential towers surrounding Apex Center with enough explosives to destroy 2 city blocks. As shocking as that fact turns out to be, Brown had only this controversial opinion to give.
We must not make rash decisions based on fear, nor should we allow a vocal minority to dictate our future. The Human Restoration Act is a perversion of all the United Nations stands for. In time, I believe saner minds on the Security Council will prevail.
Strong words from a man with an even stronger bank account. Let us see if his prediction proves true. This is Eliza.
Hey, are you even listening to this? We won!
Did we?
We completely disrupted their plan. Marchenko, the Orchid, the bombs. You've been under too long, man. Time to come up for air. Take a breath. Janus messaged me last night, said Brown's been lobbying like a champ. He and the people you saved know the act isn't a solution.
Okay.
I guess will talk around it as long as they can, but that thing is finished.
Janus always seems to have the inside track. Except when it really matters.
What are you thinking?
How many more plans do they have in motion? How many more soldiers like Marchenko are waiting for the call?
Don't call him a soldier. He was a thug, man. Soldiers have a code of honor. Honestly, I'm surprised you let him live.
Well, I kind of had this pacifist thing going on, so I kind of wanted to pull it through to the end, and I'm not sure if it would have changed anything, to be honest. It was my place to play judge and executioner, Alex. We should be concerned for every life, no matter how badly it's been lived. Marchenko knows things. Put him in a cell, it might convince him to talk. Put him in a morgue, and we get nothing. That's a good point too, actually. No offense, Alex, but you weren't there in my place. I don't know. I feel that this might convince her the most. And it's true, maybe he can tell us something, because I'm still not entirely sure why he was doing that. I mean, he didn't give me the usual villain monologue before the final battle explaining his motivations or whatever. So maybe he can tell us something now that he's imprisoned.
Marchenko knows things. Put him in a cell, it might convince him to talk. Put him in the morgue, we get nothing.
Let's hope his bosses aren't as smart as you are.
Regardless, we want the men behind him. Behind the Human Restoration Act. The ones still out there in the shadows. It's time for me to start pulling them into the light.
Well, now we got names. Manderley and Page. The collective won't stop until we bring these guys down.
Yeah? Well, there's one more name I want to put a face to. Janus.
So that's what you've been chewing on. Look, I'll try, Adam, but I already told you he doesn't like meetings that aren't on his terms.
Then give him a choice. Either he sets up a meeting, face to face, or I find him myself. I think it's high time we met the man behind the mask, Alex. Don't you?
Criminals may have achieved the impossible in Prague last week. A break-in at the most secure data archiving facility in the world. According to rumors circulating the internet, forensic computer experts were invited to examine the Palisade Property Bank's lava wall defenses after one of its account holders reported an unusual data retrieval delay. No word yet on which account holder filed the report, or what information, if any, was accessed. Palisade Bank Corporation owners released a statement earlier this evening, claiming that any rumors of a break-in at our highly secured facility are just that, rumors. Between you and me, folks, I think they doth protest too much. A coroner's report released in Prague today offers shocking new insight into the death of Dr. Talis Rucker, former leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Apparently, the primary cause of the doctor's death was the exceedingly high level of alcohol found in his system. No other toxins were present, nor were there signs of any suspicious activity. Sources close to Rucker tell me he had been struggling with alcoholism ever since becoming a public figure. I am sure I do not need to remind you folks that the organization he founded, the Augmented Rights Coalition, has been linked to last week's horrifying terror attack in London. Augmented terrorist Viktor Marchenko, whom law enforcement officials describe as being instrumental in the planning and execution of devastating violence in London last week, is being moved to a secure facility for questioning. A long-standing member of the Augmented Rights Coalition, Marchenko has been very outspoken about his motives for the attack, claiming it was appropriate retribution for injustices suffered by the Augmented. I do not know about you folks, but there is only one question I really want the answer to right now. When will the United Nations pass the Human Restoration Act so that dangerous killers like Marchenko can no longer terrorize us? It seems not so long ago that Dr. Talis Rucker was on this very program, trying to convince all of us that his Augmented Rights Coalition was a non-violent organization. Today, of course, we are all a little bit wiser. It did not take long for ARC to reveal its true colors once Dr. Rucker was dead. Since last week's attack, the United Nations has officially labeled ARC a terrorist organization. As we speak, brave state police officers in the Czech Republic are raiding ARC-controlled compounds inside the Udalek complex. Here is an example of the defiance they are encountering.
This is where you have it all wrong. Wrong. ARC was framed. You people, you don't see, you don't realize that Viktor Marchenko was not ARC. He was trying to kill ARC, kill the cause. But he has failed. We are strong, we are innocent, and we will not be used as pawns by rich, scared men who want to make us less than human.
I am sorry, young man, but methinks thou doth protest too much. The Diwali criminal organization is under intense scrutiny this evening for their role in the London attack. Evidence uncovered by Interpol indicates that high-ranking members of the chapter in Prague supplied weapons and logistical support to ARC terrorists. Among those being sought for questioning is Radic Nikoladze, leader of the Diwali's Prague chapter. Sources close to the man tell me, however, that Nikoladze has gone off the grid, and it is unlikely he will ever be found. An indication of guilt, perhaps? Join the online discussion and let us know what you think. News out of Paris today, where a sharp rise in illegal underground publications may have links to a prison escape recently orchestrated in Prague. Last week, Czech state police were holding members of the underground news group Samostat on charges of disturbing the peace, human trafficking, and media terrorism. The radicals escaped their holding cell, however, and are believed to have subsequently made their way deeper into Western Europe. Shortly after their escape, a radical publication called Silhouette began appearing throughout France. Has Samostat rebranded itself as Silhouette? I am sure you will agree with me on this one, folks. No matter what name these people go by, there is nothing more dangerous than the spread of false news. Turning our attention now to a more colorful story. A recent incident inside an illegal underground drug laboratory has led authorities to the heart of Prague's Neon operation. According to sources familiar with the new drug, the dangers of Neon had more to do with illegal distribution methods and criminal ties than with consuming the drug itself. Make no mistake, folks, Neon is illegal, and the dismantling of this laboratory is good news for everyone. However, some government officials have hinted to me that the drug may have therapeutic benefits, and if so, a government-approved version of Neon could be made available to the public eventually. Further testing will be required, of course, so only time will tell.
Okay. Interesting. I guess this is kind of the summary of all the things we did in this game. And of course, even though we prevented the terrorist attack from happening, both of them actually, the way that Pikus reports on it is almost the same as if it would have happened, right? So I feel that I got like the best result out of this. I mean, I saved the people, I saved the delegates, but it still feels like I accomplished nothing because Pikus TV is just going to spin the whole story the way they need it. And that last conversation between Jensen and Vega clearly indicates that this game is supposed to have a sequel, because we still didn't find out who is all behind it and people on top are still on top and stuff like that. Now, as you know, I'm not really in the loop with the gaming news, but as far as I know, there's no current sequel in the works or announced or whatever. So I'm not sure if there's going to be one, but this game definitely left a few unanswered questions, and that's by design. So I hope that at some point maybe we do get some answers. I mean, I still have the DLC, and I will play the DLC, starting with the next episode. So maybe the DLC will shed some light on some of the open questions. But yeah, I guess that's the end of the main game. I am not going to make a special verdict video on this because I don't think I have enough to say, so instead I'm just going to talk a little bit in the credits. So yeah, I don't have much to criticize. For example, the gameplay was pretty good. I mean, it was more or less like the last game, with a few added augmentations and a few new skills. One thing I actually liked better in the previous game was a cover system. In this game he kind of stuck to cover and I had to press a special button to get out of it again. And you may have noticed that I tended to confuse the crouch button and the cover button, so I didn't really get along with that new system, but that's really just a minor issue. I remember that one thing that I criticized about the previous game were the boss battles. No, it didn't really occur to me until this episode, but there were no boss battles in this game, so apparently they just decided to get rid of them completely, except for the final battle. And the reason why I didn't like the boss battles in the previous game was because they felt disjointed. It seems that they were not made with a stealth playthrough in mind. So even though they kind of changed them for the director's cut, I believe, they still felt a little bit odd. So, I mean, one of my boss battles was basically me hiding in a vent and throwing grenades at my enemy. Or, you know, I had to completely change my playstyle and use grenade launchers and stuff like that to beat my boss battle enemies. And in this game I actually could take down my enemy with a completely normal takedown. I just had to, I guess, stun him first, and then it worked out just fine. So the boss battle felt a lot more like the normal gameplay, and it didn't feel as disjointed than it did in the previous game. So that's definitely an improvement. What else can I say about this? I think I have a lot of good things to say about this game. I like the detail of the game, and I mean, the game was not exactly open world. I mean, Prague was kind of open world, but it was a pretty small map. Still, I spent hours exploring it and trying to get into all the hidden places and hidden apartments. So even though this is not like a huge, immense open world game, I spent a lot of time exploring the place, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and it's always nice to see all the different ways you can use to get into a place or to complete a mission. Oh, hang on a second, there's more.
That is not the point. You should have all been informed.
That is why we are here now.
Volkart, what's done is done. The broad strokes of the operation were very clear and haven't changed. There are always adjustments that will occur in the field. You should know that.
Adjustments? Those were not mere adjustments.
Interpol was more capable than we anticipated. They have a new augmented agent by the name of...
Adam Jensen.
who we believe may have had external help. Possibly by the Juggernaut Collective or even Janus directly.
We're looking into it, but we...
All that is speculation at this point. Let's find out more and reconvene later this week. Thank you, everyone. That'll be all.
It's your own fault.
I'm aware of that, Doctor.
Elizabeth sends her regards.
Oh, interesting.
Report.
Overall, the subject seems quite well adjusted despite the massive traumas he's experienced, and his memories are still consistent with the program. He is remarkably stable.
Excellent. How close is he to contact with Janus?
Very.
And it's only a matter of time.
Oh dear. What have they done? What have they done? I don't know if I understood this correctly, but it seems to me that trying to use Jensen as some kind of mold to get to the collective. I guess they installed some kind of stuff in him, all those mystery orcs, maybe they did it, and that's just waiting to be activated. Oh god. That's not good. That's quite a cliffhanger for a game that has no sequel. For now anyway. But I always knew that something was fishy about her. You know, the moment I saw her at Miller's computer and she had like a very poor excuse for that, I was like, what's up with her? But I didn't really investigate that any further. But okay, interesting mid-credit scene here. So yeah, I hope that this gets resolved in, if not a DLC, then maybe a sequel to this game. But yeah, there are 2 or 3 minor things that I still want to mention. One thing that I did like is the game rewards you for paying attention to details. The last game did the same. You know, we had this whole story with the biochip, and if you found all the clues and connected the dots, you could figure out their plan and, you know, avoid the mistake of getting the new biochip. I didn't actually figure it out, but I think it's possible. And in this game you also had situations like these, that if you paid attention to, you know, what people said, or if you read mails and stuff like that, you can kind of figure out what's going on, at least a little bit. For example, we had the shop clerk who didn't know the name of his own shop, or the security guards who didn't know the name of their boss. And if you picked up on that, you could, you know, use dialogue options that would probably give you some kind of advantage. And I like it. I mean, it wasn't that subtle in the situation, but it still makes you feel good if you know, notice a detail like that and you can use it to profit. And I like the way the game dealt with it. Of course, it wouldn't be a Skadi review if I didn't point out at least one piece of criticism. And that's basically the fact that the villains are kinda nondescript. I mean, I guess it kinda goes with the nature of the subject matter, because it's not like one particular villain, but a shadowy cabal of shadowy people. And we do know some names and faces, but we know very little about their motives. At the moment, I just assume that it's power for the sake of power, and they want to be in control, and they want to control other humans, and that's why they do what they do. But it's never really explained all that well, and I believe that a good villain with a well-explained motive or motivation enhances every story. And this game, I don't know, I never really got the villains. And it's even worse with the lower level henchmen like Viktor Marchenko. I don't understand him. I mean, we get some information on him, some background information, but I would like to know more about him and why he's working for these people, and why he's doing this, and what he hopes to gain from it. I mean, does he have any personal stake in this, or is he just a soldier following orders and he doesn't really care about what's happening? I don't know. The game doesn't really tell me. Maybe the information is somewhere in the game and I just haven't found it. But the motivations of the villains are not very well explained. The same, by the way, is true for the previous game. I mean, all the bosses that you had to fight, I have no idea why they were doing what they were doing, other than, you know, being henchmen that were evil and, you know, working for shadowy evil people that are evil because they do shadowy evil things. So the whole question of motive and motivation is not that well explained in this game. And like I said, I feel a good villain with a good motive is a good thing to have in a story. But that's the only sort of bigger criticism that I can think of at the moment. Overall, I'm quite pleased with this game. I had a lot of fun playing it. And if they ever decide to make a sequel in the future, I will definitely play it as well. And yeah, we still have the DLC, so this is not the end of this Let's Play. The next episode, the day after tomorrow, we will start with the first DLC, and I do plan to play them all, so maybe that's going to give me a few more answers. But for now, I'm just going to let the credits roll, and we will continue in 2 days with the first DLC. So, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time. Hey, look at that! I got the pacifist achievement. I wasn't entirely sure if I would get it, because at one point I accidentally electrocuted a guy by using a breaker switch. But apparently that didn't count as a kill, so yay! I am a pacifist. I got the achievement.